Hi, Jeremy Oliver here from CellarSpaceTV at Botanical in South Yarra in Melbourne. I thought I'd just taste a couple of a grape variety that does confuse because it's a little bit hard to say and therefore perhaps a little bit intimidating. And the grape variety is Grüner Veltliner, and it's principally from Austria in Europe, and it's begun to make a bit of a home in Australia. And the company that has done more to make a home for this grape than any other in Australia is a little vineyard and winery in the Adelaide Hills called Harndorf Hill, near the town of Harndorf, surprisingly enough, with a name like that. And they have a range of several Grüner Veltliners, and the first one I want to show you is called the Gru, G-R-U. It's vintage 2019. And this is their effort to make a wine that just gives you a faithful representation of what the Grüner Veltliner grape variety tastes like. And so it's made in a relatively uncomplicated and non-interventionist way in the winery. So, I love this grape because it's dusty and peppery and herbal, and it has a really vibrant presence of sort of pear apple flavour. It's round and generous, it fills your mouth, but it's not cloying, and it moves evenly down the palate, finishes with a little bit of texture. And some of them have a lot more texture than this. A little bit of texture, a little bit of firmness, and some really clean, refreshing acidity. And that one is a great example of what it does. But, being typical winemakers, they also want to make a wine that has a little bit more of winemaking input. And this is the one for them here. So this is the Reserve Grüner Veltliner. It's a couple of years older. It's from 2017. Great vintage in the Adelaide Hills for white wine. And this is sort of older barrel ferment, extended lees content, wild ferment, and it'll show. So there's much more complexity about the bouquet. It's much more floral, spicy, hint of toastiness, more minerality. Really alluring, interesting, but still vivacious and vibrant. Oh yeah, the palate is just, it's explosive, it's round. It moves down your palate easily and gently, but with richness and softness. And finish is vivacious and soft. Soft being the key thing, so it's just luxuriant without being heavy. So if you're looking for an alternative, say, to a wood mature Chardonnay or older white wine, something that has some of that richness and development, but still retains plenty of fruitfulness, this is your wine. So, do give Grüner Veltliner a try. I'm not going to say that these are right up there yet with the very best in Austria, which would be sort of stringing and stretching the bow a little bit too far, but I think these guys are ahead of the Grüner Veltliner movement in Australia, and deservedly so. They're really pushing the boundaries, so do give Grüner Veltliner from Harndorf Hill a try next time you're thinking of wanting something completely different and you don't know what.